The landscape of personal computing is currently undergoing a seismic shift, and if you aren't paying attention, you're going to miss the most important Apple release of the decade. Just when we thought we understood Apple's roadmap, a series of high-level leaks from the supply chain in Shenzhen and Cupertino have confirmed the existence of a machine that shouldn't exist. We are talking about the MacBook Neo 2. Now, I know what you're thinking. We just got the first-generation MacBook Neo, the $599 Mac for the masses, that finally gave students and budget-conscious creators a seat at the table. But the Neo 2 isn't just a sequel. Welcome to my channel Tech Launch. Subscribe my channel and click on the bell icon for the new tech updates. According to internal documents and prototype sightings, the MacBook Neo 2 is Apple's Trojan horse. It is the device that is designed to officially kill the Chromebook and, more controversially, merge the world of the iPad and the Mac into a single, unified experience. If you've been holding off on buying a new laptop, or if you're wondering why Apple is suddenly being so aggressive with their pricing, you need to hear this. Today, we are tearing down every single detail of the MacBook Neo 2. We're talking about the transition to the A19 Pro Silicon, the radical redesign of the thermal architecture, and the one feature that Steve Jobs famously said would never happen, a touchscreen Mac. Let's start with the why. Why does the Neo 2 matter so much in 2026 and 2027? For years, the tech world has been divided. You had the power users on the MacBook Pro, the portable fans on the Air, and everyone else stuck with iPads or Windows laptops that felt like they were made of recycled soda bottles. The first Neo changed that by bringing macOS to a $500 price point for education. But the Neo 2, it's about power parity. Leaked benchmarks for the A19 Pro Chip, the heart of the Neo 2, suggest that Apple is closing the gap between their mobile chips and their desktop M-series chips. We are looking at a 3-nanometer GAA transistor structure that allows this machine to run at clock speeds that would have melted a MacBook Air 3 years ago. Imagine a laptop that costs less than an iPhone but can export 4K ProRes video without spinning a single fan. That isn't just progress, that is a glitch in the matrix. But the real headline, the thing that has the entire industry buzzing, is the display. The first Neo gave us a beautiful 13-inch liquid retina panel. But the Neo 2 is rumored to be the testbed for Apple's new SenseGlass technology. This is a haptic-enabled touch layer integrated directly into the display. Now, for years, Apple told us that touchscreens on a vertical display were ergonomically terrible. They called it Gorilla Arm. But with the rise of Apple Intelligence and the new Tahoe operating system, the mouse and keyboard aren't enough anymore. The Neo 2 is designed to be the bridge. Imagine a macOS interface that intelligently enlarges touch targets when your hand approaches the screen, but stays pixel-perfect for precision work when you're using the trackpad. It's a hybrid approach that Windows has tried for a decade, but Apple is doing it with the fluidity of iOS. This is the moment the iPad Pro and the MacBook finally collide. And for the USA audience, where the one-device-for-everything dream is the holy grail, this is the most anticipated feature in Mac history. Let's talk about the design, because the Neo 2 is reportedly going even thinner. The chassis is rumored to be made from a new liquid aluminum alloy, stronger, lighter, and more heat conductive. This allows Apple to shave the thickness down to just 11 millimeters. It's a return to the spirit